I mentioned once before about the time I went to see 5 clients in a flat in one go one evening. I'll tell you that story. As an escort agency, I was asked to send 5 guys to, 4 guys and then one to myself, to take 5 of us to an apartment in Notting Hill. So I chose, because I knew they were Arabs, I took 2 blondes and 2 sort of medium blonde, sort of mousy colour, and myself with black hair. And we got there, beautiful apartment. There were 5, all quite hot Arabs. I have no idea where they're from. And handsome men. And after we sat there for about a whole hour watching television with them, eventually the guy who in charge said, "My friends don't fancy your friends, can we ask them to leave?" And I went, "Well, yes, but they do have to be paid. I mean, they've been here an hour." "Oh, yeah, no problem, yes, of course. And taxi too, yeah, of course, yeah, okay." "And me?" And they said, "They all want you." And I went, "Together or one at a time?" And he went, "Oh, no, not together, one at a time, one at a time." He said, "Is that okay with you?" And I went, "Yeah, sure, no problem, as long as I can have a drink, in between, at least." So, I did 5 in one evening. Now, that's nothing for me at home, to have 5 clients come to see me at home during the day, because I can usually have a cup of tea or a milkshake drink with lots of one of those high-calorie drinks that they didn't have those high-energy drinks in those days, which I don't like anyway. But I can at least have a cup of tea and a quick sandwich in between clients at home, and a proper wash. Whereas I was going from one to the other, and other than a glass of water, because I don't drink, that's all I had. But I did, one after the other. It was, luckily, I'm glad to say, it was just a massage with happy endings. So my dog's just coming up to us. And at the end of it, of course, I earned 5 clients for myself. I think it was £100 each. It was also £100 each for the other 4 escorts. And out of their £100 each, they had to pay me £30 commission. So I did very well that night. So I made £120 in commissions. That was the price back then, £100 plus cab fare, and you paid 30% to the agency. And you usually had a £5 onto the cab fare each way. So in those days, that was good money. Now I have no idea what they charge. So it's quite a fun evening. I was very flattered, because I'm dark. I mean, I don't look so dark now, but I was sort of, where's my picture? Hang on. There I am. Oh, I look fat in that angle. Trying not to get the lights. So very olive-skinned, black-haired, or very dark-haired, everyone used to think I was Egyptian or Israeli. According to my DNA, I'm 14% British, 80% Irish, 54% Western European, 8% Jewish, and there was some percentage of unknown. Boo, 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 boo. Alien. And anyway, I was very flattered by the Irish because I'm dark, and they normally like blondes, I thought, and they didn't like the guys, and they were quite stunning guys that I sent to. They were, I still remember them now. I don't know them now, but I remember them, and to be picked for all 5 of them, I was very flattered. And the one thing that put me on edge about some people, if they came in for a job on the agency, is if they gave me attitude. And there is a lot of attitude on the gay scene, a lot of fucked up attitudes, and I get guys really so full of themselves, but arrogant, ego out of control. It's just like, girlfriend, if you're giving me this attitude, you're going to be giving that attitude to my clients. So I send you to, and I send you to see my clients as an extension of myself. 30 Plus Escorts is known for its friendliness, its company. It's not always sex, it's sometimes just company, and we're known for that, personal service. And if you go in there and you give them attitude, that's going to piss them off, and it's going to piss me off. And it did happen. I did get guys, and I said, if you're giving me this attitude at the agency now, I can't use you. You're really hot, but I won't use you if you use this attitude. You've got to be a little nicer. There's too many Karens around in the gay scene and in the world these days, especially since lockdown. Too many Karens. Entitled. I'm entitled. No one's entitled. Life is a gift. Enjoy it, but don't come across I'm entitled. No one's entitled. Where was I going to go next? Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the chakras. One day I had this client who was good at sucking my dick deep throat through the glory hole. Now it was quite a big hole, so I could get my cock and balls through it, and there were a couple of handles I could hang on to as I was standing up with my cock and balls through the hole, and I had a couple of holes here so I could look through mirrors in to see what he was doing through the glory hole. It was very dark and black curtains and little spotlights everywhere so you could see what was going on. And I said, I'd never had this before, but I said, why don't you chew my dick? Now, through the glory hole, I thought he would just go nibble, 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 but he went right in, right down, right up to the base and went, and just clamped hard shut. It was the most agonizing pleasure. He came up another half an inch to the center and just held it tight. And now I'm not coming, but this energy as he came up slowly all the way up my dick just built until eventually when he got to what I now know to be the crown chakra of my dick, I just exploded. Again, I'm not coming, but this energy just exploded from within me and just exploded out to such a degree. Thank God for these handles I was hanging on to. I could hear this screaming, this real guttural, almost caveman going on. And I was thinking, oh God, that's a bit loud. And it was me. The energy of this, I'll describe in a minute what it is, but the energy that I was going through had forced my consciousness out of the body. And my like animal instinct, non-thinking man was involved in this massive explosion of energy. And when I eventually came back in, I could hear him beating off against the wall the other side. And instantly I sort of downloaded, I saw channel, it's a chart, I downloaded, didn't have to write it all down, scribble, scribble. And he came around afterwards like, oh, wow, John, that was amazing, the noise you made. Wow, you really enjoyed that. And I'm like, did I make a noise? He went, didn't you hear it? I went, well, I thought that was me. I wasn't sure. And, we've got a chakra system up the body, spiritual chakras. You've also got one in your dick. It's basically dormant unless you get it's sort of, because we're used to doing this and this, we're not used to really, and by chewing my dick that time, he literally awoke my chakras and I exploded. Now the Kundalini energy comes into just under the groin and rises up through the whole body, and your dick is like an aerial, it's like an antenna which helps bring in that energy. Your balls, if you ever get into your ball work, I know a lot of men don't touch them, don't touch them. Oh, I love my ball work. When you understand that if you can, certain techniques you can use can help, they are amplifiers of energy. So when you have an orgasm, the energy can be amplified with your balls and it comes up through the chakra systems and up and explodes all around you, and you are inside the energy of the orgasm. It's not inside you anymore, and it is 1 billion times bigger than it was when it started down there. As it comes up through the chakra system, it just explodes. Now you have this chakra system in your dick, and by chewing it, I now call it member munching. I even sort of teach it in my cock and ball workshop at Hamilton Hall. Plug. If I know how to, I'll put a link in down here or up here or over there or across there or something, or Chris will. He's my technician at the moment till I'm... Now this is all new to me, this system. I've never done a YouTube channel before. This is all new, so these tapes will improve. You know, we're just mucking about here. We've already had to take some off and change it. So do stick with us. The stories will continue, whatever. You'll see me cooking and cleaning and doing all sorts of things around Hamilton. It's not all just sex stories. But so we'll leave, I can't remember where I was anyway, but we're going to leave it for there, and we'll catch up some other time if I can remember what I was talking about some other time.